Okay.
So what happened?
So, to Lily's? Lily,
Yeah.
are you asking me what happened? I got yours, but I highlighted some things I wanted you to go over. And I shared it back. So do you see that? All right, so I'm going to share my screen so I can try to find Irfan's. All right, can you see my screen, Irfan? It looks like a nice big picture of Lily.
I can't really see it right now.
No?
It's still loading. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go to my Google Docs. So you shared it in Google Documents, Irfan?
Yes, I shared it with you. So then if I share it with you, it should be in your email or should be in your doc.
Okay. Well, I was looking for everyone's that I didn't get this morning, and I just didn't see yours. So if I go to my Google Docs, here's how I looked for you. It's still loading. All right. So if I type in Irfan.
I named it 475 Irfan.
Oh. 475?
Yes, Irfan.
Irfan. All right, I'm going to search. I'm searching for it. Yeah, it says there's nothing there for that. Can you reshare it again?
Wait, now can you check your Gmail?
It's gonna come up in your Gmail and your
Yep, I do.
Gmail Drive.
Okay, so here's my Gmail. Can you guys see?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe. What are you using to share with me, Irfan?
I used the Google Doc and then I shared it with you.
But how did you share it with me? What did you call me? D Palmer? Is that it?
Yes, I said D Palmer.
D Palmer at stjosephdanville.com?
Yes, D Palmer at stjosephdanville.com.
Hmm.
I have a document I can show you.
Hang on, let me go back to my Meet. Okay.
Check Google Drive.
I did. It's not in there. Okay.
Mrs. Palmer, is it fine if I present for a quick second?
Yes.
Turn screen. Okay, so you can see it right now, right?
I can see you. It's getting there. Oh, I can see it. Hang on. Let me take a picture of it, and then I can check it after class.
Wait, but what about number 4? Number 4 doesn't look like it's done.
Oh, number 4? Oh, sorry. I guess I didn't fill it in. I have it done. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me what you wrote for number 4, and I'll just fill it in.
Okay, so then I got 105 class 27. I guess I didn't finish it, meaning that I didn't simplify it.
Okay. What do you have for it, though? 105 something? 105?
105 over 27.
Over 27. Okay. Got it. Thank you, Irfan. Okay. So I have Irfan's. Now, you're right. I took a picture, so that's good. Alex. Where are you at, Alex?
Hiya.
Alex, are you in my Meet?
I'm right here.
All right. Why can't I see you? I just see like a thumbnail. Oh, there you go. Okay. Where's your test at, Alex? Did you send it somehow? And I'm
Test?
yes.
Well, if it's a test, it should be submitted.
Correct, but it isn't. So what happened to it? Alex?
I'll check.
Do you remember what it was, Alex?
I don't know. It's just some. If it's a test, then I know. I think I submitted it. I don't know.
No, it's not. Okay, so Alex, it's not a test. It's the page 475.
475? Homework?
Yeah.
You mean?
It's homework, and you're
It's
supposed
actually an assessment.
I did it. Yeah.
Okay, so you were supposed to send that to me. It's an assessment. Okay, so you need to like make a Google document and type in your answers and send them to me, or take a picture and send it to me.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. And Pia, did you say your mom has it and she's going to send it to me?
I think she sent it to you. I'll ask her like where she sent it to you. Like.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. And Lily, I did get yours, but if you just check over some of those things and send it back, that'll be good. I put a new Some Dog Challenge in for you guys for this week. And this week we are going to learn how to divide fractions. Okay. I think you're going to be really good at it. It's very similar to multiplying. You just have to think of one thing. So I'm going to share a video with you. I'm going to share my screen again as soon as this pops up. Okay. You're going to love it. Okay, can you see my screen?
Own reciprocal will always give you 1. That's because you'll have the same fractions. But in order to understand how dividing fractions works, we first need to learn about something called reciprocals. A reciprocal is just a fancy math term for what you get when you switch the top and bottom numbers of a fraction. For example, if you have the fraction 1 over 2 and then switch the top and bottom numbers, you'll end up with 2 over 1. 2 over 1 is the reciprocal of 1 over 2, and 1 over 2 is the reciprocal of 2 over 1. And an interesting thing about reciprocals is multiplying a fraction by its own reciprocal will always give you 1. That's because you'll have the same multiplication problem on the top and bottom, so you'll end up with a whole fraction, which is always 1. Okay, that's nice. But what do reciprocals have to do with dividing fractions? Well, reciprocals let us do a really cool trick that makes dividing fractions easy. Whenever you have to divide something by a fraction, you can just multiply it by the reciprocal of that fraction instead, and you'll get the correct answer. And that's great news because multiplying fractions is so simple. This trick of multiplying by the reciprocal works because fractions are really just mini division problems. So when you multiply something by 1 over 2, it's the same as dividing by 2, since 2 is below the fraction's division line. And dividing by 2 is the same as dividing by 2 over 1, because you can turn any number into a fraction by just writing a 1 as the bottom number, right? But look, reciprocals. That's why multiplying by 1 over 2 is the same as dividing by 2 over 1. And it's true the other way around, too. So really, it's kind of like you never have to divide fractions. You can just rewrite your division problems so that you're multiplying by the reciprocal instead. Then when you multiply, you'll get the answer for the original division problem. As always, let's see a couple examples of how this works so you'll really understand. Let's try this problem. 3 over 4 divided by 2 over 7. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is rewrite our problem. Instead of dividing by 2 over 7, we can multiply by the reciprocal instead. The reciprocal of 2 over 7 is 7 over 2. So our problem becomes 3 over 4 times 7 over 2. Oh, I should mention a mistake that a lot of students make when they first learn to divide fractions. Sometimes students take the reciprocal of the first fraction, the one that's being divided, or even the reciprocal of both fractions. But you only want to take the reciprocal of the second fraction, the one you're dividing by. Okay, now that our problem has been changed to multiplication, it's easy. Just multiply the tops. 3 times 7 equals 21. And multiply the bottoms. 4 times 2 equals 8. And we have the answer to our fraction division problem. So 3 over 4 divided by 2 over 7 is 21 over 8. So that's pretty easy. But let's try one more example. Let's try 15 over 16 divided by 9 over 22. Again, the first thing we want to do is rewrite our problem. We'll change the divided by 9 over 22 into times 22 over 9. Now all we have to do is multiply. But since these numbers are kind of big, I'm going to use my calculator to help. Let's see here. So we have, all right. On the top, we have 15 times 22 equals 330. And on the bottom, we have 16 times 9 equals 144. So the answer to our division problem is 330 over 144. Of course, that could be simplified for your final answer on a test, but we cover simplifying fractions in another video. All right, that's how you divide fractions. You just multiply by the reciprocal and you have your answer. But there's one more thing I want to show you. You already know that the line between the top and bottom number of a fraction is just another form of the division symbol. Well, that means you'll sometimes see fraction division problems written like this. This shows the top fraction, 2 over 3, being divided by the bottom fraction, 4 over 5. It's really just that we have a fraction made up from other fractions. The top number is a fraction, and the bottom number is a fraction. It just looks a little confusing because we have all these fraction lines here. But we can make it look a lot better. Let's rewrite this as a multiplication problem by taking the reciprocal of the bottom number, the fraction that we're dividing by, and multiplying it by the fraction on top. There, that looks easier to do, and it's really the same problem. We just need to multiply to get the answer. So 2 times 5 equals 10, and 3 times 4 equals 12. Okay, so there you have it. What sounded really hard turns out to be as easy as flipping fractions upside down. If you can multiply fractions, then you can divide fractions too. Don't forget to practice what you've learned by doing the exercises for this section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Learn more at mathantics.com.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to...
All right, what did you guys think about that?
That's like
There's
a
just
really
one
easy-
more.
That was a lot easier.
Yep, so dividing fractions. It is. I wanted to show you one more video if I can find it that helps remember what you have to do.
Mrs. Palmer, when
I
you
think
do
it's
the multiplication in the fractions, you can still do the simplifying before you multiply thing.
Yes. Yep, you can. I'm sad that he wasn't doing that, but like he said, he shows that in another video on how to simplify fractions. Okay.
To divide by a fraction is a...
Okay.
Have fun and learn math at the same time with Adapted Mind, a fun learning game for ages 5 to 14.
Sorry. Okay, that's not the one that I want for you. I'm gonna look for it on my other computer and see if it would run better.
Divide by a fraction.
Okay.
Use a tip. Something.
Change flip to divide by a fraction. Here's a tip. Keep, change, flip to divide 1/2 by 1/6. Keep, change, flip. 1 times 6 is 6 and 2 times 1 is 2. It's an improper fraction, so we're not through. Divide 6 by 2 and the quotient is 3. Keep, change, flip. It's all that you need to divide by a fraction. Here's a tip. Keep, change, flip to divide by a fraction. Here's a tip. Keep, change, flip to divide 2/5 by 1/5. Keep, change, flip. 2 times 5 is 10. 5 times 1 is 5. It's an improper fraction, so you need to divide. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. When we divide by fractions, this is what we do. To divide by a fraction, here's a tip. Keep, change, flip. To divide by a fraction, here's a tip. Keep, change, flip.
Okay, I think you got it.
Change, flip. Keep, change, flip.
All right, so I wanted to make sure you got that. That's kind of the best way to keep it in your mind. You keep the first fraction, change the division sign to multiplication, and then flip the second one. So look on page 515. Okay, on page 515, they did number 1 for you. They kept the 3, they changed it to multiplication, and they made they changed a half to 2/1. 3 times 2 is 6. So if we're going to do number 2, we're going to rewrite that. We're going to keep 1/5, change it to multiplication, and change 3/1 to 1/3. All right? So we did a keep, change, flip. And now we're going to multiply straight across, and we get 1/15. Okay, for number 2. All right.
When you do the keep, change, flip with those two numbers two fractions that you're multiplying, can you also do that simplifying thing with them? Like, where you have 5 on top, 5 on the bottom. Does that still work?
That still works. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
What page are we on?
We're on page 515.
Okay.
Right. And we did number 2. So number 3, we have 2 divided by 1/8. Okay, so that's really 2/1 divided by 1/8. So we're going to keep, change, flip. We'll keep the 2/1. We'll change the division sign to multiplication and flip the 1/8. Okay. And we end up with 2 times 8 is 16. And 1 times 1 is 1. So we have 16. Okay. Number 4, I'm going to have Irfan do number 4. I want to have one of you do one problem before you leave me. Number 4, Irfan. It's 1/3 divided by 4, or divided by 4/1. Okay, so tell me what I should change that to, Irfan. I want you to keep, change, flip. You have to unmute because you're on mute.
All right, sorry. So I changed 1/3 into 3/1, and then I
Wait,
times.
No, don't change this one. You want to keep first. Keep, change, flip. So don't flip the first one. Just keep the first one. Okay. So 1/3, you want to keep it as 1/3. Now change your sign.
Okay, so then it would be 1/4 for the second one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Good.
3/4. It's 3/4.
And
3/4.
what do I get when I multiply?
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I still have the other in order. So I got 1/7. I know 1/7. 12. 1/12.
1/12. Good. Okay. Sorry we don't have more time to do more practice problems, but that's basically it, what Irfan just did right there. Do you guys have any questions? Okay, we'll talk about it more tomorrow, and I'm going to give you some problems to do. I'm going to have you do page 515, not number 15. Okay, so page 515, you guys have numbers 5 to 14. All right, and remember, keep, change, flip for those. Keep, you might want to write that on page 515. Write the words keep, change, flip. So when you're doing those problems, you remember, don't change the first one. Keep it exactly the way it is. Then change your sign and flip the second one. Okay, numbers 5 to 14.
Okay.
All right, you guys have any questions?
No.
All right, then I'll just be waiting also for, I have Irfan's test now, so I'm looking for Alex's and Pia's. And Lily, if you want to make some changes and send that back to me.
Bye.
Right, have a good day,
I
gang.
just have one question
Go
on
ahead,
number
Grace.
14.
Yep.
It says two friends share half of the pineapple equally, and it says what fraction of the whole pineapple does each friend get? But I only got a whole number.
Are you doing, I think you're doing 2 divided by a half.
I did, yeah. So what I did was 2/1 times 2/1 again.
So you want to do 1/2 divided by 2, because you're taking half the pineapple and dividing it by 2 friends.
Oh,
Half
okay.
divided by 2. And that should give you a fraction then.
Yes, that'd be a half divided by 1/2.
Times 1/2.
Oh,
You have to
times
change.
1/2. And that would just be 1/4.
Yeah. Does that make more sense then?
That does.
Good.
Thank you.
That's it. Yep, you're welcome.
All right. Bye.
Bye, girls.